Howdy folks, D. Wayne here, Cross Creek Outdoors. A week or a couple of weeks ago maybe by now, Jim at Hunting, Fishing and Praying asked us to do a video on our 5 favorite knives or 5 knives from our collection that would, if we had to start over, if we was to lose our collection, 5 knives that we would never get rid of. So I want to do that today. I want to show you 5 knives from my collection that I hope will never leave for any reason. I certainly would not give them up willingly. So, and like most everybody else, it was pretty hard to narrow this down to just 5 knives. But I mean, I have knives from my dad's collection that don't want to give up, and I probably have 25 or 30 of just from his collection, you know, so not counting some of the users that I have from him. And so, but I just went through and picked some that that mean a lot to me. And I'll start off with the first one is from my dad's collection, and this is one of his collection knives. I've carried this knife a few times. He never carried it, but I have carried it a few times, and just because I think it's pretty cool. And so this one is from my dad's collection. This is a 2001 amber bone sow belly, and you can see the tang stamp there. Got one dot missing from that, and let's see if I can get this model to come in. See, that is the TB 6339, and it is stainless. This is the only sow belly I have, and so not to spend a whole lot of time on these knives, but just to go through them pretty quick. Like I said, this is just one that I pulled from my dad's collection, because I have several that are that mean a lot to me and that I use on a pretty regular basis, and that's just one I pulled out of this collection. This next one is a Schrade Stockman. This belonged to my granddad, and I have I know 3 from my granddad that they were all users that I guess he used them as long as he wanted to, and he'd get him something else and he'd pass some of them along to me. This is the Schrade 834, and this is probably, I don't know, maybe 3.5 inches, 3 1/4, I guess, maybe. Now this one, a couple of years ago, I did send over to my buddy HT, and he cleaned it up real good for me. It had a lot of carbon and stuff on the blades, and I was afraid it was going to start pitting, so I sent it over to him, and he cleaned it up for me real good. And so yeah, this is probably one of the better ones that I have from my granddad. You can see there's a little blade wear on that clip point, but and there is that model number. So that's number 2. This third one belonged to my father-in-law, and I'll tell you what, just to say a little bit about him, because I'm gonna tell you, as a son-in-law, I could have never asked for a better man for a father-in-law than what I got. He's a minister of the gospel for over 50 years. A very, very loving man, and I tell you, I've been in this family for, my wife's been married 33 years, and so I've known my father-in-law for around 35, 34, 35 years, 35 years. And me and this guy has never had a crossword. Just an amazing relationship between father-in-law and son-in-law. I mean, I love this guy. But this particular knife, he made himself. And just give a little tour around the sheath. See his initials right there. So, and I wish I could, he told me when he made this and why he made it. And I wish I could remember the backstory, and I'm gonna have to get it because I can't remember it. But as far as I know, this is the only one he's ever made. And you can see this has got a nice skinning blade on it. And I may have to sharpen this thing up and try it out sometime. I've never used it, but really feels good in the hand. Nice hardwood handle. And the grinds are pretty good. Got pretty good grinds on it. So maybe a little off out toward the tip from side to side. No, I believe it's pretty good. So yeah, this one right here means a lot to me, for sure. Being my father-in-law gave it to me, especially one that he made himself. So the next one is this case, 47 pattern, stag covers. And get this opened up where we can get a good look at it. Looking at that tang stamp, there's one dot missing, so this is a 71, which just so happened I'm a 71. But this knife came from a friend of mine. His dad passed away, and when him and his brother went through some of his dad's stuff, he brought this knife to me. And so it means a lot coming from him as a friend. Not only is this an outstanding knife, just that most anybody would love to have in their collection. It just means a lot coming from a friend that this belonged to his dad, and he thought enough of me to pass it on. So looking at that, I don't know if we'll get that model to come in, but this is a 5347 HP, and it is in stainless. And I don't know if you can still see there's you can get that etching and come in on that blade. If we'll ever be able to get it where you can read it. There we go. Tested XX razor edge. Yeah, so one of my better case knives. And a gift from a friend that belonged to his dad. So, and the last one, like I said, me and my wife's been married for 33 years. And when we started dating in 1990 and got married in 92. She bought me a knife for my birthday one year, and she found this guy had a booth set up in the mall, and he done a scrimshaw. So she got him to do a knife for me for my birthday, and this is just a frost. It was natural bone. You can see that bone has yellowed over the years, but you can see right there, it's got my name in it. And the guy used a dental tool to do his scrimshaw. So, yeah, I got a deer and a little wood scene, got my name in it, engraved bolsters. And you can see right there If I can get that to focus, I don't know if I will because it's kind of hard to read. It's got his name and the year he done it. Bragg, and I don't remember his name. I don't know if she ever got his name, but she's Bragg and 90. And this does have some more scrimshawing on the other side. It's got some personal information, so I'm not going to turn it around. But yeah, I love this thing, and I used to carry it quite often, like to church and stuff. But it's been pretty much put up in my collection for the past several years. But yeah, just that's a treasure right there, I guarantee you. First knife my wife ever bought me. Like, we hadn't been dating but just a few months when she got this knife for me. So so there is 5 of my knives that I would never turn loose of. So like I said, there's quite a few more, but just fitting into the video, there are my favorite 5, I guess you could call it. So, but anyway, John chapter 14, verse 23, the verse I want to share with you today. And it says, Jesus answered and said unto him, If a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come in unto him and make our abode with him. So kind of simple and straightforward this morning. Jesus says right here, if a man love me, he will keep my words. So, you know, we can say that we love, but love is it's more than just an emotion. It's more than just words. It's action. And Jesus says right here that it requires action. If we love him, we'll keep his commandments. We'll do his word. And one key point or key statement that I just want to mention right here that I have wrote down, it says, love for Jesus is not merely an emotion, but is demonstrated through action and obedience. So love is an action word. And Jesus said that action must be, we must keep his commands. We must live by his word. Just, I love you is not enough. We can claim love for Christ, but it says in his word that we have to live by his commands. We have to show that action that we love him. And another key statement that I got wrote down here is obedience is a natural outflow for genuine love for him. A natural outflow for our love for him. If we truly love the Lord, if Jesus Christ is number one in our life, and we will live by his word, we will do everything in our power to live by his word. We're not perfect, and we will fail, and we'll fail daily, but we must set out to live by his word. It must be embedded in our hearts. In the verse following that, verse 24 of John 14, he says, He that loveth me not, keepeth not my sayings. And the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father which sent me. He says it. And he says not just his words, it's the Father's. He that loveth me not, keepeth not my sayings. If we're not obedient to his word, if we don't keep his commands, he said it right there, we don't truly love him. It's a pretty harsh statement, but it's true. It is truth. So I myself, every morning when I get up, I should be renewing my relationship with him. Making that new covenant with him every morning and setting out daily to prove my love for him. And he also said if we love him, and he and the Father will make us his abode. He'll live inside us. So I pray this morning that you would search your heart and do we truly love Jesus? Will our actions show our love for Christ? Will others see Jesus in us today? If we love him, we'll keep his commands. We'll live by his word. Well, that's all I got for you today on Cross Creek Outdoors. I really appreciate all the support, everybody that watches, everybody that's subbed to this channel. Until we see you again, maybe in these woods, maybe in glory. God bless y'all.